We got to start with holding people accountable. And I'm looking at you, Snyder Cult. I'm looking at the Snyder fans. I'm looking at the naysayers and doubters, because Monday come, Monday gone. It's Wednesday now. Some special news was supposed to go down on Monday, which was 2 days ago. And the only news that we got on Monday was for us, DC fans, James Gunn universe, DCU lovers, bro. Yes, there was no Snyder news. No, there was no Snyder coming back and because of this image right here. This image meant exactly what I said it meant. He was utilizing him for PR. What did James say? Well, look on the right side of your screen. It says right there that he says we knew that people have this view and somehow we've been pitted against each other. It's odd to have someone you're friendly with in real life be the guy that is positioned as your Lex Luthor. He said, bro, we're supposed to be ops as far as people see it. Zack Snyder's Toxic Cult versus James Gunn's DC Rises movement for wanting the best for DC. And there's people that are fans of James Gunn from his Marvel, and that's cool too. But I knew deep down in my soul, I understand why he's doing this, bro. What he's trying to do is utilize and weaponize the Snyder Cult to get on his side, to join him, to say, hey, look, we're friends. Don't attack me. If you attack me, you're attacking Zack's buddy. And you don't want to do that, do you, Cult? And now we see there was a nothing burger there. It's just DC Rises, baby. We cannot let that type of toxicity come back into WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery, the DCU. We can't share spaces with people that want to hurt and harm people. We can't share spaces with people that have a very negative viewpoint, not just with pop culture films and fandoms, but in life in general. We cannot share the spaces with the people who you can't get to with common sense. Common sense ain't common. But to be devoid of it completely is another statement. We just can't make it happen this way. There's no shared space that we can occupy without actually coming to a brouhaha, sort of say. It's just not going to work out. Let the toxicity rest in the past as we move forward to a bright and shiny DCU future. I know that you guys probably thought the same thing. Did you guys ever think that there was going to be some secret announcement that James and Zack were working together? Zack's back in the DCU and he's going to come and bring a movie? Why would he do that?
No, I would say because that would be foolish and dumb for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still was surprised that Warner Brothers let him back into the office.
He has
that
a
shocked
show.
The shit out of me.
He has a show, the prequel to 300.
Out of what he did to them and messed up their company.
Yeah,
almost,
I agree.
Their brand almost was cut in pieces to the point where our company could have been sold because of him. I will not let somebody like that destroy what so many people have built up for so many years. This man almost ruined everything that Warner Brothers and DC stand for. So putting him in the office was a huge problem for me. Now I would say this though, for the Fred Sanford man that was on the phone with Jody and the super gangster who said he would die for the Snyder Cult, y'all crazy as hell for that. James is trying to change what DC stands for. They changed the logo for a reason. They're trying to push everything away. They got rid of Henry Cavill, which I still think is crazy, but they did it. They went it younger. They got rid of Jason Momoa, which was a great thing.
Why do you think that's crazy to get rid of Henry Cavill?
Even though you know me, I'm a Cavill fan.
He's a Snyder Cult Superman.
I know that situation, but I still felt like he never got a chance to give, as he even said, he never got a chance to give what he.
Yeah, he did. He had plenty of chances. He did Man of Steel and BVS. He was just
a puppet. Now he can finally speak up and say what he wanted to say.
Gal had more balls than he did.
She had more pull. She been in more stuff than him too. She had more a mouth.
No, a mouth. A woman have more of a mouth than you as a grown man.
Wow,
like
you
more
said that
movies?
in 2025.
That's wild.
Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, man.
she has more movies, she has more pull than he did.
No, she did not. I would say it's as equal, right? She might have been more of a star than he was because of the success of Wonder Woman. But Henry Cavill did Man of Steel at the time, BVS at the time, and he let those slide without talking about how he didn't like the way Zack did in Superman. He only waited until the Justice League Joss Whedon version where he said, I really would like to see. It was after that. It was after the trilogy where he said, I would like to see a more traditional Superman. Man, they don't want to hear that shit, bro. And what did Gal Gadot do when Snyder got her character wrong? You know, the narrative of, through Snyder, Gal's Wonder Woman turned her back on the world for 100 years.
She said that was
Patty
never
and Gal retconned that and said, we had to fix that.
Yeah.
She would never turn her back on humanity.
Yeah.
She stood up.
She did. And I give it to her.
And your boy Cavill was doing what?
Stood there like a puppet.
So he gets wiped too.
Ezra Miller wiped him out. All of them, bro. And I see where James is trying to do, because for years we have bad taste in our mouth. We're trying to build. Justice League should have been $1 billion. It should never have been a Batman versus Superman, any type of stuff like that. It should have been something else that happened when it came down to that. I think that was stupid for that to happen. But other than that, I think this is great news that he put that out there, letting the world know you was right. I give it to you on that about this is just a game being played. I knew he wasn't gonna doing a movie. Everybody was talking about him doing the action and doing having his own little role.
People proposed it to me, as nice as that sound. What if Zack just did action?
I don't
and James
Zack
wrote. Yeah. In a different world, not knowing how the cult is and that he's a manipulator, sure. But knowing what I know, hell no. Get him out of here. I don't want him nowhere near DC.
I agree.
Go do your 300. I support that.
After everything I saw on the internet about him doing how I'm talking about the Green Lantern, him talking about Martian Manhunter, this is what I would have did, and this is what I should do, and this, that, another, and all those damn fucking people who lost minds, got a lost mind, who was believing, yeah, Zack, you should do that, and they was attacking people at DC. Nah, I don't want him a part of the company at all, and I still feel like I don't want him a part of the company.
Yeah, what do you think about the fact that there was a nothing burger, and that all the cult did was get their hopes up like they always do, only to be disappointed again because Warner Brothers wants nothing to do with them as far as DC.
Can you put that picture back up again?
What picture would you want?
Zack Snyder and James Gunn standing side by side.
Sure, I got you.
Thank you, man. That was very eloquently put. Now it's my turn. Let me get him. I'm going to take a different angle from you, though. This picture... Now, Jody, remember Medea's family reunion? The first movie.
That one, right?
Yeah. The first movie.
Yeah. Not the first. Wait.
Not the first one.
Medea's family reunion?
That's a mad
black woman.
Diary of a Mad... I'm sorry. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Remember that? So, this picture reminded me of... Remember when Kimberly Elise forgave the husband for beating her, doing all that stuff, and then she forgave her in that sense and he moved on?
Yeah, that was powerful stuff.
That's what this picture gives me some essence of that.
Really?
Almost in the sense that, almost like we forgive, in this sense, I forgive you. Snyder Cult, I'm over you. We forgive you. I even have, it's like if y'all ever have divorced parents, it's two divorced parents sitting together having dinner. To a young mind, they don't understand that. But to this is two divorced parents who had a former wife who is DC, and they're both having dinner together. Oh no, my kids can't come over to play. No. I got them. No, I got these kids on lock. I'm just letting you know we good. And that's what this picture represents to me. This, you know how they say a picture screams 1,000 words?
Yeah, worth.
This one screams in me. I don't need you. I don't. If I wanted us to be a secret, I would have kept it a secret. But I'm gonna make this public. Yeah, Zack Snyder, I'm gonna feed your ego, but the person that's winning at the end of the day is me. Because your fan base can't attack something that you're standing next to. Now, James, I'm making you call your own fans out in a sense. Are you gonna make them deny me after we took a picture together? Snyder, not knowing what we're gonna have in the future, because maybe this is a business play, long play. Maybe not now, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even 5 years from now. But Zack Snyder's manipulative enough, greedy enough smart enough not to ruin that relationship just to defend the Snyder Code. So this picture alone
Interesting.
separates the Snyder Code from Zack Snyder himself. What the Snyder Code don't realize is he's separating himself from y'all just by standing next to this man.
That can be an angle. That's possible where you think like Zack is like, yo, this
He's that sneaky
My
enough.
cult has taken me nowhere. Because let's think about that. His cult has gotten him fired, rejected. He's a Netflix director now, and a poor one at that. Then we see that his cult isn't as powerful as they say, because when it comes to you having to support Zack with that trash zombie movie that came out a couple years back on Netflix, and Rebel Moon 1 that came out on Netflix, Rebel Moon 2 that came out on Netflix, and the only reason why it's on Netflix is because nobody in Hollywood wants to work with this man.
And that's his
Those big
and that's
production
not
companies.
off of him, because I think he does great work. It's his people that follow him.
His cult ruined it for him.
Yes.
Nobody wants to do business with this man because of
Because
his
of the
toxic
people that-
fandom.
yes.
Right. And that's why I said the word is out. Producers, executives, they're all friends.
It's
they
bigger-
talk
yes,
to
they
each
all
other.
friends. They
and
all
they've
have the
been
same
talking
dinners.
about you, Zack.
Yes.
Nobody want to F with you because of you a little bit, because you weaponized your cult. They don't want to F with you, and they sure as hell don't want to mess with your fan base, bro. So now that this picture is out, could this mean something like Zack is like, yo, I'm not getting anywhere with my fan base.
Right.
Because Rebel Moon, that zombie movie didn't do well for Netflix. It was a loss. And that Rebel Moon 1 and 2 was definitely a loss as well. Production budgets $200 million across both films plus, or whatever the freak that was. Millions of dollars.
Down
You
the
ain't
drain.
recouping that. You didn't get the subs from it. The movies were pretty much bad.
Yeah.
And your cult isn't big enough
Right.
to put money in your pockets on that level.
And then my angle is, I think Zack Snyder's selfish enough to trash this Snyder Cult fandom to pivot to try to find something, because he's that type of human being.
Cult leaders, they sacrificed their cult members. Let me tell you what happened. How did he get $100 million out of Warner Brothers? He used his cult to do it. Kudos to you guys. Your toxic aggression towards the CEOs and executives got them to finally say, all right, give him the cut, to the point where they started to open up like, this movie ain't even finished. $100 million. He got $100 million payday to finish an unfinished mid movie. Once they saw that, Zack saw that, he was like, man, I could do anything. Turns out he couldn't. Now we're at a point where it ain't no longer working for him. So do you think this image is potentially him like,
Yes.
I tried
Help me.
I tried living and dying with my cult, but now that ain't working.
This
is never gonna work. But if I align myself with my friends that still will F
My
with me,
keyword
like
is
James Gunn,
keyword is friend.
I can have a
that
life.
still will F with me, who
Yes.
has a good position, right? If I show allegiance to
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
maybe one day I'll be able to get my foot back on the top level of Hollywood, making studio movies again.
This is a picture that that James Gunn can show. Oh yeah, me and Zach are still cool. So something that he can show. Will he play ball? I need him to denounce his cult. Maybe that's the next step.
Yeah.
Maybe when the Superman movie come out,
He'll do it.
don't be surprised. Don't go. This is not a prediction. This is
He'll
a
do it for
spoiler.
a movie, bro.
This is not a prediction. Watch when the Superman movie come out. He's going to be the most vocal how great this movie is. He might be the first person to put a tweet out. Oh, I just saw the Superman movie, guys. Great, go see it. That's him. That will confirm this picture that I'm looking at here, because
It
I'm
will.
saying that he's more selfish than this cult. That's my angle. He's a selfish man. So he's going to do his best for me, not for y'all. He don't give a dang about y'all.
Yeah.
He's going to do his best for himself. And so for him to come, he wants his name shown. He wants to be back in Hollywood. He wants to show that he can play ball. So whatever this man got to do, you all seen Game of Thrones, whatever Lord Varys got to do to sneak his way back into the council, he's going to do it. That's what this is. That's my 2 cents in it.
That's a very interesting take. I didn't even think about that for a second, because I see the cult. The cult, him, the cult. But that is interesting to think about, that potentially, him turning his back on his own cult. Because if I'm Zack, bro, my career is almost in the shitter. It's the lowest point it's
you have to
ever
assume
been.
he's a smart
It's
man.
in the shit.
Yeah,
You have to
it
assume
is.
he's a smart man.
His career is
His
in the
career is
toilet.
in the crap.
Yeah.
It's in the
So
toilet.
you have to assume he's a smart man. I don't think he's dumb.
He has to. He knows that.
Yeah.
He knows that by the checks that are not coming
Correct.
in no more.
Yeah.
The 10, 20, 30
or
million
his wife
dollars that
not
he's
getting
not
producer
making.
spots.
I had to
all
sell
that.
some of my
Him
property.
and
He
his
had to sell
wife.
some of that property.
Yeah, like some of his stuff is.
Not a set.
He's not making the money that he once was for the last few years easily, and you know he's relegated to streaming now, which is a downgrade if we're looking at Hollywood.
In y'all meeting when directors come together.
Yes.
You being a Netflix director.
Yes.
It's like you going
like exclusively. You
yes.
could direct Netflix, but as long as you're still in Hollywood,
there's some Netflix
you know, the
directors that
Russo
direct
brothers
Hollywood.
directed Netflix.
There's some Netflix. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in terms of this Thanksgiving dinner, he's at this table where other directors are at this table.
The big
That's
boy
how
table.
we
The
get
big
it.
the
boy
kiddie
table.
table.
I think I even
Yeah.
think M. Night Shyamalan is at the table before he gets to that table, and people don't like his movies. But in terms of respect, in terms of what actors want to work with you, it's bigger than just the suits. I think the production team, to the acting, to the cast directors, to everybody that encompasses the movie, I don't think they're comfortable with him if he's in control of all of that. That's just my opinion.
You gotta look at it too. People look at it. His name is a stain, not just because it's cult, but what
Nada.
he stands for. You know what I'm saying? He ruins companies. You know what I'm saying? He's the boy to cry wolf. He ruined companies, bro. You have people who assume that these DC characters that we have are basically Zack. They in their minds, Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, not Green Lantern, Aquaman is Zack Snyder's. In their mind, that's his. It's not. And people who go by, I'm a fan of these characters. You're not a fan. You're a fan of somebody who destroyed what these characters truly stand for. You're a fan, as everybody know, of the justice. You know what I'm saying? Like
Even though he did tarnish,
even
though he did tarnish
said it personally,
Superman,
the video game. You guys are fans of a video game.
Even
This
though-
man said that,
And it's
clear as
okay to
day.
be a fan of a video game, but when you put the video game above the comic or friggin' the character, that's a problem.
Huge.
And that's not even the root of the issue. It was him and it's this toxicity. And
it'd
how
be one
he
thing if you made a
hijacked
bad
it. It's the
Batman
bad
v Superman
acting.
movie. That'd be one thing. But
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah,
what
yeah.
you brought with that.
Yeah.
And then you tried to tell the rest of the world and get people fired. Good working people that have been working at WB for years.
Mm-hmm.
You tried to get them fired because they disagreed with your vision or the type of movie you wanted to shot.
Correct.
That's what the problem is. If you just a lot of directors make bad movies.
Yeah.
You can come back from a bad movie.
Right.
What you can't come back from is the reputation that you carry on set.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a stain.
And look at the
That's a
effect
stain
that he
your
had on
name.
other directors. David Ayer, since joined the Release My Cut movement, his career went down.
Right.
Anyone
And
who
it-
aligned themselves
with Suit- that-
with him.
and do you think
Jason
Suits like
Momoa
that?
is lucky he's big and sexy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He got the
He's
hell out of
honestly
Dodge, too. He got the hell out of
and
Dodge.
shout out to Game of Thrones.
Game,
You know
that's what I was
saying? I don't
Khal
think
Drogo
if he
say
had
if
that,
he wasn't
if he wasn't
Khal
Khal,
Drogo, yes,
I think it would have been done for Jason. I honestly believe.
because we don't. I don't remember John Carter. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
none of
movies.
that, none of
The
that.
other-
Jason is
Yeah,
only
exactly.
protected over what his movie brought to the table because of James Wan.
Bro,
if
look
that
at-
movie didn't make $1 billion, he would not be protected.
Of course,
It-
China, James
no, it was-
Wan.
but before we
and
even
thanks
got
to
to that
James
point.
Wan as well, obviously, yeah.
No,
James
shout out to
Wan's
him.
Aquaman
But before
made a
he wouldn't have
difference.
got an Aquaman movie.
got lucky.
period.
He got
if it wasn't for
lucky.
if it wasn't for Khal Drogo, he wouldn't have been casted if it wasn't
Right.
for Khal Drogo.
Sure.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. I get that.
why am I going to cast Khal Drogo? Because he's cool.
Especially
I'm
at that
pick him
time
to be an Aquaman. That's
especially
crazy.
fresh off that Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know that.
In it.
Yeah.
Fresh in it. It was still going. Game of Thrones ended
See, I
in
don't even
2019.
remember. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Game of Thrones ended in 2019. It went from 2010 to 2019, 2011, 2019. What we doing? That was in the height of the Khal Drogo, like 2011, 2012.
So he was still eating from that.
Yeah, sure. So I think about that, and I'm at like a healing point. If you really look at the people that were around him, they're not doing well. Cavill, what's he doing? He's tied to a couple loose things.
Yeah, he got
But
a.
he had a couple of.
He's about to do.
he got a
Warhammer.
prime. He got a prime show. He got to do Voltron.
And I'm that's what I'm saying.
He's about to do Warhammer. Amazon.
Right.
That's his own thing.
This
yeah,
is.
yeah.
But that's a downgrade.
That's a
in terms of
huge
the
downgrade
actor,
from what he was.
which you were.
Because he had a couple of movies that didn't do
I'll
well
give you
in the
credit for
box
being
office.
consistent. You felt the same way about Tom Hardy.
That Superman, that Henry Cavill with the ugly haircut, that movie tanked. He had a couple
Oh,
movies that
when he
bombed.
was talking about back in the day when he was like a.
It wasn't back in the day. It was like 3 years
spy,
ago.
like
it was like
with a
2,
spy,
3 years
where-
ago.
where he was like a spy or some shit like that.
Yeah. She didn't work.
I like that movie.
Yeah, if you guys know the name of that, Argyle. There we go.
Yeah.
Flop.
That was-
And he was in another movie that didn't do well. Like his career. Ben Affleck. He's Affleck. He was a big star before Snyder.
Before the
he's
90s.
gonna be good
Yeah,
after.
if anything, this is a resurrection
Like,
of his
yeah.
career because he was big in the early
Sure.
90s, 2000s.
Sure.
If anything, this is like a third
Yes.
comeback.
Yes. Gal, she right,
2000s,
Lucky, she's
Patty.
still actually making things happen.
Yeah. And that's because of Patty.
The Wonder Woman thing really, man. I'm trying to think. Maybe with David Cornswith, the same thing will happen. Wonder Woman took Gal from no name to a superstar overnight.
Because people seen Fast and Furious, but that's not what made your career. But
but
hear what I'm saying though.
She was a side character.
But you hear what I'm saying though. The most vocal people be like Gal Gadot from Fast and Furious because that's what.
Nobody said that though, because no one knew her name. No one knew her name was Gal Gadot in Fast and Furious.
They knew who she was.
They seen her. They recognized. They didn't know her name.
They don't
know her name. They don't know her name till Wonder Woman.
I'm agreeing with you where you took something like that where that's a cap. You took your character and you made it global. That's where I'm agreeing with you.
Yes.
But that's the difference between that's what an iconic character can do for your career if you play the role and nail it correctly.
Right. We're about to see her in a Disney project as the Queen in Snow White.
Oh yeah. Hey,
where the Queen looks better than Snow White.
Yeah.
Snow White ugly in the face, yet the Queen
better. Yeah.
Isn't the Queen supposed to be jealous of Snow White's beauty?
Yes.
All right. Bet that makes a lot of sense.
So why is she talking to the mirror? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? She gonna say you.
Me.
You bitch.
You right. Oh yeah, you right. Slay.
You bitch. Slay.
Slay bitch. All that shit.
You the one.
At this point, I'm at a healing with the SnyderVerse, with the Snyder cult. I think that they should know that they've officially lost already at this point, and this just makes it.
I would say your cup
that much worse.
They're burning and mad as hell about this. You already know that.
Where I say your cup used to be upside down with them, I say you need to flip that cup right out. I think you need to receive them because I think they're ready. You can't debate.
I was already at that point. I told them with the start of DCU, join us. Let's move forward. Let's put that top.
It's after the war.
They're not
I
DC
offered
fans.
them the hand. I laid out the hand to them.
It's after the war. People gotta heal after war. You know, wounds gotta heal up.
No.
You know how war work. You know, I beat you up, nigga. After you, nigga. Yeah. I'm gonna get my big brother on you. 2 weeks later, we see each other in school. Jody, stop acting like you ain't never been in no school fight. You got into a fight in school.
That's not how.
Yeah, it is. That's how life is. That's how it is.
I don't think I disagree.
I know. I said because
have you been in many fights in your life?
I got my lip toe up, bro. I got.
So you were losing the fights.
I lost one. No, I'm 1-1.
So you only had 2 fights in your life.
5. 9 of them was at home, not in school.
He said 9 of them was at home.
Yeah, 9 of them was at home. I threw my brother through a table.
Okay, so I'm talking about like fights in the
streets. Not domestic violence. So my violence was different from yours.
1-1. Okay, so in my when you
because you were a bully though.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, bullies get bullied.
Was he a bully?
Where I'm from, bullies get bullied.
Why are you defending? This is the time to get your get back.
Ain't no bully then.
No. I wasn't. That's why I say I'm army strong. The toxic Snyder cult, they never got to me to that level.
Oh,
never. Cause where I'm from, nigga, bullies get bullied. Nigga, I grew up rough. This online shit don't mean shit to me. That shit don't mean nothing, my nigga.
Shaw can only take you so far, dog.
We fade. We fade. If you got a problem, we get in. Like
correct. Anyway. Usually when you get into a fight and the loser loses, they end up wanting to be friends, and the one who won,
that's what I was saying.
The one who won usually wants to be cool again.
That's what I was.
Hey,
that's
you
ain't
lying about
that. Hey, right?
That's
when somebody win a fight.
Everybody had a fight with. Hey, bro, we cool, dog. That's the
it's all good.
That's what this is. But it's war though.
Wounds got to heal. Winning and losing either way.
Wounds. I know they're gonna end up being
right.
But wounds got to heal. But that's the fandom now. Those are those two. What about the fan? What about your friends of the people? Because most time your friends want to beef harder than you do. I'm cool with this dude. Nah, nigga, freak that.
That's not your friend. If
toxic friend.
Trying to be, that's
not.
the
person who wants you to have envy, bro.
A friend of me, jealousy. But what I'm saying, after this moment, after winning the fight against the Snyder Cut,
decisively,
Jody's corner, and you all, every one of you guys who are subscribed to my channel, even the ones that watch it right now, you're familiar with it. Even if you're against what I'm saying, then obviously I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the community on this channel. We have collectively, and I fought for you guys, I fought for DC fans, and I fought against freaking just bullies in general like they were doing. We won. We won decisively, handily, and now we putting the hand out. Come join the JG movement moving forward, because you're just going to look like a loser moving forward. This DC news is for show, by the way. We ain't even talked about it. Instead of you getting Snyder news, we got a slew of DCU news, bruh. The future is bright, bruh. So instead of looking like a motherfucker talking about some, yeah, James Gunn, that shit trash, SnyderVerse, you better pull your swastikas and ditch them in the freaking dirt and set them shits on fire, pretend like you an American. Do the same shit like the Nazis did after World War II. You better burn them suits and memorabilia, and your name isn't Svatherlier. Your name's Jeff now. That's what you are. That's what we need to do. Let's move the freak forward. Pretend you never liked him.
Forward.
Hey man, what are your thoughts on Snyder? I hate that guy.
Move
5
forward.
years ago, had a freaking pictures all over his wall, freaking being toxic shit on the internet, sending death threats.
Move forward.
We don't need to know that, bro. And I am curious. Anybody from the Snyder cult here want to talk? Come and talk to me, bro.
Move forward.
We will not have it. We will not have it. Oh.
You know, low-key, that should be your your screen page. You know, that should be like that picture should be like yo DC Rise. You know, just like if you do DC Rises, it should be a picture rising up. Just James Gunn and him.
Hit us up. 323-801-8059.
What's up, Trico?
5-star.
Welcome to Jody's
Now what you
Corner.
mean? It's Trico.
This 5-star.
Now it's Trico.
Let me fix the set headset so they can hear us. All right, what's up? Welcome, you
Man,
live.
it's Trico. What you mean?
What's up? What's up?
What I say, dog? What I say? Hey, Trico,
Talk
got
to
the
him.
button. No, let's go. Hey, Trico, we think about this news, homie?
Bro, DC Rises, for one. And secondly, Snyder Code, y'all need to get out of here. Just go. Just go somewhere. Y'all had your chances when Zack Snyder was there.
Trico, let's embrace them. Let's welcome.
Where
Let's
they gonna
welcome
go?
them.
We don't want to go to Marvel.
I want you guys. I want Snyder
No,
cultists to
wait,
call
wait,
in.
wait,
Let's
wait,
bring them
no,
in.
No, wait, I want to give them the truth, okay? I'm going to be nice. I'll be nice about it. But I just want to give them the truth.
You wasn't nice last week.
Well, that was a different story. But now, let's
keep it in
with
the
the
butt.
Snyder Code, listen. Zack Snyder had his chance
Yep.
when we first had Man of Steel. And he wanted to do Man of Steel 2, right, before Batman v Superman. And he did not speak up for himself. That tells me that your franchise has failed because you were not the leader that you wanted to be.
Who are you talking about?
He said Snyder.
You're talking about Snyder?
He said Snyder wanted to
He's
do
telling them the
Superman.
truth.
Superman, Man of Steel too.
He's telling them the
when we
truth.
had the old administration from Warner Brothers before they was gone. Yeah, the old administration from Warner Brothers, they just dog ran over Zack Snyder. They said like, no, we're not doing Man of Steel 2 because they saw the box office number were there. Oh, we're gonna do Batman v Superman. We're gonna take over your stuff. That's what happened. And
Stupid.
all I want to say is that with that picture, Zack Snyder Code, y'all need to calm down. Even though they friends in real life, they did Dawn of the Dead together, but that doesn't mean they're doing a movie together. Because Zack Snyder's career is with Netflix. It is that is done and over with. But I'll say, if there's one movie that I liked during Zack Snyder's time as Netflix, was Army of the Dead.
That movie.
You
was,
enjoyed that shit?
that movie was
Oh,
terrible.
bro, wait,
That movie
wait.
was terrible.
God,
But
yeah,
it's
you
okay.
enjoyed
I thought
that?
he was
said
gonna
he
say.
enjoyed it.
I thought he was gonna say Watchmen. I'm be like, all right, for sure.
Yeah, that movie was.
The one scene in that movie.
Hey,
was
Trico.
the zombie tiger, man. That
We'll
thing got me
bleep that out, dog. We won't tell nobody you watch that.
It's okay. It's okay.
I really thought you was
Don't
gonna say Watchmen, Trico.
don't
Like, I
release
was like,
Trico. We have respect for you as a human being. We won't tell nobody you listen to that. Hey, shout out to you, Trico. That was
Trico,
terrible.
thanks for calling in, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Why he tell people that? He said that out loud.
DC Rises.
Did he say that out loud?
Hey, he said the truth. He likes.
Did he say
what was
that
the name
out
of the shit? Zombie of the Dead or something? I forgot, man. Trico ready. Caller, you live with Jody's Corner, man. Talk to us.
Jody, solo cam on you.
Hey,
Sure.
that man James, bro. Hey, man, he full of shit. He know damn well he got Snyder for some shit. He lying to y'all people, bro. He gonna get Snyder for something. If it's gonna be good or bad, I don't know, but he gonna get him. I don't think he just linked up with the motherfucker for no reason.
To use Snyder though, 5-star is like putting back the toxic energy to DC again. Like I understand that people wanted him to be utilized, but once you start using him, Snyder puts everything on the internet. He focused on that. That's his number one thrill. So to use him, that becomes a problem to real DC fans, not the fake ones. And that also gives the cultists more ammo and more energy at the same time to come back and say something. Oh, well, he should do this. Snyder might say, I want to do the question. He's making 10 characters that he want to do.
Army of the Dead is better than the Eternals. Oh, you tripping now? You crazy as shit.
Like, we don't need that. We don't need Snyder to do anything because we're trying to have a better point, a better version of DC. He is the past. We're trying to move over to the future. And if he touches it,
okay,
like,
if you're trying to move into the future, why did you get Aquaman, what's his fucking name, and made him a whole new character? If you're trying to move forward, you're not trying to move forward. You're getting those people. You wouldn't have gotten him if you were trying to move forward.
You can move forward and take
Cut
characters from the past.
No, cut all ties. If you want to move forward completely, in my eyes, you don't grab anybody from the old regime. You just cut him off.
Him keeping Amanda Waller was a problem. And Peacemaker, all that stuff.
Him keeping
bringing those characters forward. No. So clearly.
I agree that he should not have brought the characters over.
I can grab, right?
Five star. I just feel like you're doing it again. You're not being genuine. You're just trying to call in to get some airtime so you can disagree and just pretend like you're against. You don't like Zack Snyder. You don't like the SnyderVerse. I know enough about you to know you're being disingenuous, bro. You don't believe in this.
I put that Snyder.
Sean 3 Kids is gonna have to call in. Yeah, let's get some real people.
That shit's a better film than the fucking Josh Whedon shit. Minus the CG and that score. That shit's a better movie, even though it's 3 hours long. It's a better movie. I stood on that shit since I seen that movie.
That's fine. Do you want the SnyderVerse restored?
Honestly, at this point, yeah, throw that shit on fucking Max. I don't want that shit on the big screen, bro. Throw that shit on Max.
Do you know what that means for DC? You know how trash of a take that is, don't you?
He ain't a DC fan.
You know what that's the equivalent? You know what the equivalent of that is? We got away from the Ebola virus because we got on the ship off the island. But just for the hell of it, let's take the Ebola monkey and bring him on the ship with us. We'll put him in a cage.
Just in case.
But just in case, he could potentially infect us all, sure. But if we put him in a cage, he'll be okay.
He'll be safe. Yeah.
He'll be fine.
We have trained professionals looking over him.
You sound crazy as shit, 5 star.
Oh my god, you acting like they don't do this shit with fucking.
You sound crazy as shit. What are you talking about? Don't,
like, come on now,
bro. Let me tell you, it's like when AIDS was first announced in the 80s. Nobody wanted to hug nobody. I'm definitely not gonna shake your hand, motherfucker. Yeah. Because it's they were just being cautious.
On the court, and then the man did it with no gloves.
Hey, bro.
Get the cough and motherfuckers be like,
all right, 5 star.
Yeah,
hey, freak you, 5 star. Come with the realness. He's not even a DC fan.
The real shit is.
You're not even a DC fan.
He's blocking off the people that really want to call in and
say that again.
He's blocking off people that really want to call in and contribute. He's not contributing.
It's Snyder.
Yeah.
Take the money off Snyder.
If he believed,
if we believe, because we see
5 star. If you believe what you're saying, I would definitely hear you out.
Because dog, it's the
all right, 5 star. Thank you, 5 star, for calling in. DC Rises, 5 star.
Yeah, let's get to
okay. It's Jody's corner. Talk to us. We're going to take one or two more. We got to move on with DC Rises. You're live with Jody Joe. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's good, guys?
What's up, yeah? 200K.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. So I don't want to take up too much of your time because I am part of the DC fan club 100%. Fuck Zack Snyder. But I will say this. Zack Snyder, and I think Keon, you said this the other day on a stream too. Zack Snyder makes great looking films. Jody, you agree
visually
with that?
I agree.
Aesthetic films, yes.
I agree.
Beautiful. And I think we're all on the same page that, hey, if he maybe directed an action scene or two, that wouldn't be too bad. But I don't want it credited to him. I want it to be something special afterwards. And the reason I'm saying this is, I mean, we know, all of us, we hate, like, if Zack Snyder's name is attached to it, I'm not watching it. Like, I would love to watch on Netflix that whatever bullshit director's cut of what his movie is, but I don't want to support it. Like, I don't want to give Netflix the views for it. So don't tell me it's a Zack Snyder product. Let it speak for itself.
See now, why? Why are you at a point where you don't even want to watch a movie that he's done and you don't want to support Netflix? Why are you at that point?
Again, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm at the point where I love DC and he destroyed us. Like, he really destroyed us. Like, I I had posters on the wall. I had memorabilia. Bro, I was the guy that for BVS, like, I bought the cereal before the movie came out because I'm like, yo, I'm fucking stoked.
Yeah.
I walked.
What's the caller's
I
name?
didn't walk out. Let me say that. I watched it. But
Feel free to
I
ask
went
him.
home, ripped
What's
all
your
that
name,
shit
sir?
off. Jake. It's Jake.
Oh yeah, Jake from State Farm.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
Yes, sir.
So
Hey, good, man.
I think we agreed to a point, but the part I'm just going to challenge you is, do you think Zack Snyder is a selfish man?
I think every director is a selfish man, and
Okay.
that's a good thing.
I'm not saying everybody. I get it, but I'm saying Zack specifically.
Yeah, I think so. I think he wanted, but again, I think to be a director,
Wait,
you
wait,
have
wait.
to be selfish.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
I'm not trying to disagree with you. I'm trying to get you to So
no, please. I'm interested.
we
to hear what you're
know
saying.
we know
If you disagree with him, freaking disagree with him. We're
no, we're
about
not.
the
I'm
real
trying,
here.
I'm trying to move on.
Be
I'm trying to
honest.
get to a point.
All right.
Because I know it takes some time. But you disagree. So Zack Snyder, the director, he does great art. Zack Snyder, what he brings to the table, he can contribute. But if you're saying that you don't want to see Zack Snyder's name on anything, if you feel that way, you represent probably 100 to 300 to 3,000 people that feel the same way. So that means there are suits in there that see that name on the title that they disagree with. Now, if you're Zack Snyder,
What are you
would be
saying
the-
there? What did that mean just now? Suits that are looking at it and disagree.
I don't
with
think. I think it's gotten to the point where Zack Snyder's former fandom carried him through those tables to get those meetings, to get those movies.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Now it's at a point to where I think suits see through Zack Snyder, where his words don't get him those movies anymore.
Got it.
So if I'm Zack Snyder, in your opinion, what will be a good way to show good faith, goodwill to repair my own reputation, knowing I am a selfish director, like say most directors are?
We're gonna be doing call-ins for all the topics. Have no fear, Dante.
So, do you think that picture is a good step in good faith? Not saying that's what it'd be, but to show good faith that I'm at least going to change a little bit what I'm doing.
It's tough, man. I think you make a good point, and maybe I'm not quite understanding what you're saying, but if I am, then I will tell you this. I think yes, he is selfish, and he probably will weasel himself in there to try and make his own movie, right?
Yep.
To put his own vision in there, and that cannot happen.
Right.
And that's where I'm saying that's where it needs to stop. But, and I'm going to say this here on the channel. This is something I don't admit to any of my friends. It's like under my bed. Nobody's ever going to see it if they come to my house. But there's a fan movie out, a fan cut of Man of Steel that cuts Man of Steel and Batman v Superman together, makes it one vision. It's a 2.5-hour movie. I know you guys aren't going to watch it, but it's called Man of Tomorrow. It cuts out all the shit of Batman killing people. It basically makes it a really good unified vision.
Does it add Ultimate Edition or Joss Whedon cut?
It cuts the Ultimate Edition of BVS and Man of Steel together into one movie. That's a bite-sized movie. It's not like some 4-hour bullshit. It's really like a 2-hour thing. And it's great, man. I loved it. And that's the cool thing. Like, I think if Zack Snyder, if he's not the visionary, it can be great. It really can. I liked it so much. And this is where I'm like, I don't want to admit this, but I did. After I watched that cut, I bought a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League because with that movie, if the setup is right, Justice League can be great. Even with Zack Snyder helming it. It can be, but you can't give him full freedom of control.
And that's where
I think
my point comes in. He has to humble himself. So if he's going to take this picture, knowing the type of nigga, this is a former ex. I'm taking pictures. This whole DC stuff, James, that you're doing, this was mine. I screwed it up. That picture itself is a humbling picture. Because what type of man want to take a picture with somebody if he got my former job.
Right.
These are egotistical maniacs. I'm not, but this is a step of good faith. If he were to come back in some small capacity, could he humble himself and be uncredited? Could he recommend or oversee, like, hey, I want you to train this young gun?
Humble himself and be him credit. Yeah, you're asking too much, bro. Even for Snyder, I don't want that either. For a director to direct and to not get credit is crazy. Like,
I'm not saying direct the movie. He's a visual artist. Go put yourself in the film photography department.
Give him a scene.
With no credit? Like,
you're not on the credits? On Iron Man 2.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I know that's
bad, bro.
I know that's a lot.
We're going too far into the bullshit. Let's just reject him and his cult and move on with the ones that want to come with us.
But you
That's
can't-
it. Leave them dead,
Now,
Yeah.
and we move
what
forward with the
James
ones
is
that want to
doing-
join.
Now, what I'm thinking James is doing, of course, we all obviously, he's trying to bridge that gap. He totally don't want to abandon them. So he's trying to create some kind of bridge to allow them to come back. Those people
Bro,
that were
abandon
disjointed.
him. All he has
People
is
that are
been to do
still
anything he says. He could say the dumbest shit and they'll believe it. He could just keep
And
tricking
that's
them
what
like
that
he's been
picture was.
doing. Yes.
What I gave you was speculation.
Yes.
But we're talking about what, and we're going back to what that picture was. It's the same thing. I'm just going forward of what that could mean, speculating for the future.
Okay.
I
We'll
think
take
that
that.
picture is just homies being homies, and James Gunn making a mistake with taking.
But a
that
picture since it's
I
thousands words
really
on
don't
Twitter.
think
If it was
It
homies
was
being
just
homies,
it was-
if it was homies being homies, you wouldn't release it.
It
and
wasn't just
publicize
homies be
it.
homies. We know that James did that for PR.
Yeah.
We know after the fact now. I knew it before, but now we all know after.
Mm-hmm.
PR. Your cult's toxic. Support my movie. We're friends. Don't attack me because you're attacking Zach's buddy.
Now this will be my
There it
thing.
is.
If Zack Snyder does not put out a tweet supporting that Superman movie the day it come out or premieres that it come out, then everything I'm saying is null and void.
He'll probably support it. Like,
He
say,
has
oh
to.
yeah, check it out.
That's a part of the game.
Right,
I know that.
feel
You
like
have
he
to.
could-
Which goes to my point.
Like you said, this is his opportunity to try to get himself back in. He's trying, you know.
So he gotta do what
for
he
him
gotta
to
do.
Support this. This is a way of like, all right, I support this. I say, as you said, I seen the Superman movie. It was great. It shows that James really knows more about Superman than what I thought I did. Just giving him more credit, as you said.
Oh, that's not
That
what
would
I
give him
said.
more
You
opportunity.
think that he would do that? That egotistical maniac,
No, he ain't
Zack
gonna say
Snyder?
that.
You think he
He's
would
gonna
ever
say it's
say
a great
so?
film? Watch it. That's
Thank you
it.
guys so very much for calling. Thank you guys so very much for watching. That's the end of this clip. Join us live every Wednesday and Friday around 3-4 p.m. Pacific to get in to be able to call and talk to Jake and us just like we do here now.
And Jody turned
Shout out to
Filipino.